Sometimes we can feel like there's so many different challenges or so many different obstacles out there for us to spread our faith and for us to live our faith, but we need to trust in God.
God calls us to be part of a larger body. I am not enough, but all together we get to reflect these different ways that Jesus comes into the world.
Together, we form Christ Church, and we as his body here on earth are able to reach out to help so many others because of our coming together, our being united in our faith, and living out our Catholic faith in its fullest way.
The annual Catholic Appeal supports 40,000 students in Catholic schools. When parishes and schools closed due to COVID and it was time to reopen, there was the ACA, providing grants to parishes, providing grants to schools, so they could buy what they needed to reopen, but do it safely.
Through Today and Tomorrow Educational Foundation, we raise dollars for families that are interested in providing faith-based elementary school education options for their children that need tuition assistance to make that a reality.
The scholarship provided by the Today and Tomorrow Foundation was what my mom signed me up for every single year, and without that I would not have been able to go to private school. The idea of banding together and sending a child to school is something that I think every community should be able to strive for. That to me means community more than anything else.
The annual Catholic Appeal for the Archdiocese of St. Louis means so much because our ministries touch the lives of so many people.
The annual Catholic Appeal is just a wonderful way to reach out and help so many.
Things have been changing a lot over the decades in the deaf world. There's maybe not as strong of a sense of community as there has been in the past. And so for us to have a Catholic Deaf Ministry office, it allows our deaf Catholics to directly participate not only in the liturgy, but also in the life of the church as well too. So Tony is a great wife and mother. Tony has attended Mass with her family for many, many years, but just never really had the opportunity to enter into the church. And so this past year, Tony and I would meet weekly. She was able to be welcomed into the church this past summer.
My name is Tony Jadlowski. I came here for my husband and for the deaf community. In June 28th, I had my communion. I became Catholic.
The resources that we can utilize through the ACA as well too, in getting different faith formation resources and books and things for the deaf community that wouldn't be possible without the support of the ACA.
My husband's happy, my boys are happy, and I just feel better.
The lives that we touch and the lives that are changed because of the annual Catholic Appeal is really the heart of who we are as Catholics.
I'm a single parent, ended up being a single grandparent with 6 grandkids and another daughter who is disabled herself. I worked 20 years as a sheriff. 4 years ago, I filed for disability. I was losing everything. I called the church and she said, we have this grandparents club. Maybe they could help you.
We all have been in a position to where it's difficult for us to say, I need someone to come in and guide me.
If the resources weren't there, I don't know what I would have done. With the help of Cardinal Ritter, they can have a normal life.
Here we are trying to save not only just her house, but we save in a family. Contributing to the ACA will help underprivileged families to support their households when they've fallen short.
I was a donor to the annual Catholic Appeal, and now I'm on the receiving end. It's so important to donate to people who would thought they would never be in this position. Amen.
All of that is made possible because of the generosity of the annual Catholic Appeal.
In our annual Catholic Appeal, we seek to do the will of the Father as has been mandated to us.
It takes all of us working together.
I know I'm participating in something bigger than me.
It takes us really being concerned about each other.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done here on earth.
Thy will be done in us.
In these unprecedented times, The work of the church continues both despite and because of the challenges we have faced this past year. The need for our ministries is great, and the faithful have responded in heroic ways. Our unwavering faith in God's will compels us to answer His call to lift up those in need. And your generous support of the annual Catholic Appeal provides hope and care to our brothers and sisters throughout the Archdiocese of St. Louis. Please join me in making a gift to the Appeal. Together we can bring God's grace and mercy to our entire community as we proclaim with one voice, "Thy will be done."